everybody. I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
And today we're taking a look at a game called Potions of Azerland. Potions of Azerland. Actually, this game is from a new company called Warped. And the designer, Gray Baker, I met him. He was one of the champions at World Series of Board Gaming of one of the rings. And then Andrew Bosley. Have you heard of him?
I have heard of him.
He's an artist of some
It's pretty
known.
fantastic.
So this game is a game that's shockingly about making potions. We'll take a look at it and be right back. In this game, players are making 3 different types of potions. Speed, love, and intelligence potions. Using these 3 different ingredients here. And you can see, for example, to make a speed potion is 2 purple and 1 red to make that. Each potion has different levels. You'll be increasing your knowledge about potions down here. And when they hit the next letter, you see N-I and the expert, you'll move this down 1. You'll be drinking these potions to give you special abilities. Sometimes it'll unlock a permanent special ability. This one, for example, gives you 2 coins. This lets you reroll die. There's all different things that they do. And you're doing this to help you, like I said, make those potions better. Each round of the game, you're going to be taking these 5 tiles, 1 through 5, and you're going to be placing them any way you want in the different sections here. So let's say I did them like this. This means I really want to go first when it comes time to the brew phase of the game. Here I don't care so much. I'm not going to even act in these phases, but because I put the coins in them, when we reveal, I'm going to get 3 coins. Once everyone does this, they're all going to reveal them. Then you'll go through each of these 5 phases, and whoever has the lowest number goes first. If there's a tie, you'll look at these cauldron tokens, and whoever's the lower one goes first, and then you'll just switch the token with the other players, so they'll break the tie next time. The first phase is the forage phase, and depending on your turn order, you're going to get to roll a certain number of dice. Some of the phases you'll roll dice depending on the number of players in the game. So let's say I got to go first here, I get to roll 4 dice, and I get the resources that it shows on them. I have apprentice tokens that you can get through various ways over the course of the game, and you can spend these to get extra dice to roll. The next section is called study, and again, you're going to get numbers based on your position, and you're just going to be moving up these tracks. You can decide to make one potion really powerful, or move them up simultaneously. When you hit these spots on the board, you get to roll a die and keep what it shows. In the market phase, you go in turn order, and players can use coins to take a card from the market, discarding it, spending those coins, and getting resources, or sometimes more knowledge on your knowledge track. Brewing lets you brew a certain number of potions, turning in the ingredients and getting those potions, and the number of potions you can brew, again, is based on turn order. And then fulfilling lets you deliver them to people, different potions that you've made. The board has a score track, but on it are different villagers and people that you might know that you want to deliver potions to. Like this guy needs 2 red potions. He needs a blue potion and one of any color. And they're going to give you points at the end of the game. They will also give you benefits, like this guy gives you a potion of your choice. And sometimes they also have end-of-game scoring, or you can use them once per round to do something that says when you brew a potion, you get an apprentice token. And not only do you have these people coming out, you can see above the board, you'll have a spot for future ones that are going to come into play. And so that's one of the major ways to get points. Drinking potions is something you can do. Doesn't give you points, but gives you special abilities. And so you are attempting to do this over the rounds of the game. After the final round of the game, after you've sold potions, you just compare points. You'll compare endgame scoring on the different people you've collected. And whoever has the most is the winner. Okay, so I think the copy we have here, this is the only copy. This is a deluxe version of it. There's a retail version where the
like the bits
wooden
aren't as
pieces
nice.
don't have the screen printing on them.
Gross.
Oh, okay.
She hates it.
But I think it's really good. My only qualm about the production is I think the whole thing looks nice, and I think the icons and everything works well. Is the people? It's one of the few times where I felt like I could see the Kickstarter backers / whoever the people are based on come shining through.
One of the few times? What are you talking about?
Not sure. It happens a lot.
Yeah, it
actually.
does.
But in this one, I noticed it. Well, I was just saying about Andrew Bosley's artwork. At
That's
least.
fair.
Yeah.
So
even if you don't know who it is, even if you don't know who it is, you can tell it's based off a person.
It didn't feel like they were in this world. It felt, well, some of them did, but a lot of them I was like, that's someone from 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint. Other than that, I think the production is top notch.
I mean, there's also the idea that you need to be careful with those little markers when you place that or turn it over or whatever. You need to be careful they don't sort of come out of there.
They do tell you that in the rules.
Yeah, it's very minor, to be fair. It's not problematic. It's not usually an issue if you're warned, especially.
Yeah.
I agree with you that the look of people looking like a backer is always one of those, like, okay, just ignore it a little bit. It bothers me somewhat, but it's certainly not a deal breaker.
And do you know if, because I don't know, if those backer people are in the retail version of the game? Was that a Kickstarter pack we got? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
I assume it's in all of them because
Okay.
then that deck would be quite small.
And that was my concern. Is like,
Yeah.
I wish I could just take them out.
Yeah.
You know, because it does break that theme a little bit.
A different take 'em out.
Okay.
Not like that.
Now, Z mentioned the tiles, and this is the main conceit of the game that makes it feel actually pretty unique
It does.
about putting those tiles in what order I want to go.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention this in the overview, but one of the upgrades lets you put a 0 in, and you can make it even faster. And that upgrade is one that you might want to push for, but upgrade one of your potion types. But it's both satisfying and nerve-wracking.
Yeah. It is, but I like it. One of my biggest complaints in games is when you have like wasted turns, right? And I think it balances itself out the way it's done in this game because you're going to have the best number on one of these actions.
Or take a bunch of money. Yeah,
Or take a bunch of money, something like that. You know, now maybe you'll lose a tiebreaker, so it is second best, but you thought about that option in planning it out. And so then maybe your 2 isn't tied, and so you still get the best on that one. So I love that feeling of that balance of it. It's not that there's never a waste of turn. One, you're always getting something. It's not like, well, you outbid me, so I don't get that action at all. No, I just get a little bit weaker.
Yep.
But you also had that control to put in a high bid every single round, and you're going to get the best action somewhere. I love that. It really feels like a rewarding bid instead of like loss, dumb turn.
My one minor complaint about it is that the tiebreaker thing sounds cool, but if I have, for example, and this has happened at least twice that I've seen it, where I have a potion, I'm like, I'll win ties. I'm going to put this 1 here. I'm going to win that tie. Yes. And then someone wins an earlier tie with me by accident. We both put our 4s in the same place.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So then they won the tie. Now I lost it. Then it comes to the big one. We all put 1s there. And I'm like, oh, come on. And I feel that vagary got me a little bit.
You wish it was optional to concede it?
Yes, I do actually.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about
I
that.
suppose.
Yeah.
But-
I might play that way, actually, now that you say that. I'm like, yep, I think
But
so.
that's a very minor thing, and I only bring it up because it happened more than once in games. I don't think it actually affected the end result of the game, but sometimes you're just like, I really put everything into winning that one, and I lost because I won a tie here, and I didn't even want to win that tie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the system is fantastic, and it's smooth. We're doing this action. We're doing this action. We're doing this action. And the game says 60, 90 minutes, probably closer to 90.
Especially at 3 or 4 players.
Yeah.
I think 60 is probably a 2-player game, but then it goes from 60 to 90, not 60, 70, 80, 90. I feel like it's either 60 or 90.
I think that system is very clever. However, I will now inject here one of my main negatives, and that is that I do find what you are doing in the game to be somewhat repetitive and a bit bland. This idea of collect these bits to turn them into these bits to feed them to these people for other bits. You know what I mean? And I find that cycle to not be that inspiring, I guess. I don't find it to be sort of exciting to me. It's the system you're engaging with is clever, and I don't normally like programming, but I think it's pretty good in this one. It's sort of very, easy programming, short-sighted. You're not planning a whole big thing. But then the stuff you're getting, it's like you go here and you can buy goods, or you go over there and roll for goods. Ooh. Or you go over there and turn those goods into potions, which are a good, just like a processed one. That I find to be all right. And then you look over there and that guy wants yellow and red. Guess I'll do that. Yellow and red. What do I need for that? That wasn't thrilling for me, I guess.
I get that. I will say the difference there is, while that is very samey, the idea that you can partake in your own goods is unique to this game.
And I agree with that. And that's my favorite thing in this game. My favorite thing is you get to drink your own potions at the beginning of the turn. I love that.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Because in most games that you're making something, you're just selling it.
You're only, which is one of the options.
Yeah.
But you have that second option.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you can make it and use it.
Right.
Instead of just, oh, you're selling things in this game. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. I think my biggest, I guess we'll say issue or drawback is when you take away the theme, when you take away the look, the game starts to get a little bit procedural. You know, like you can drink at the beginning of your turn. And that's so easy if you know you're not going to drink just to go right back by. And be like,
She wants to drink all
and
the
go
time.
back. You know, and so it feels like even in the fourth round of the game, you're still having to go, okay, step 1, is anyone doing this? Okay, step 2, is anyone doing this? And so for a game that elicits just fun, lighthearted feelings, it's at the beginning of each round, it seems like I have to step back and be like, okay, back to procedure. Go through step 1, go through step... Right, it gets a little bit mechanical in that. But put the theme back in, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's so much fun when you get to that bidding part that it kind of overrides that.
Okay. So what would you give it?
I like the game. I'm coming down at a 7 on this one. The look and the theme. The theme, I don't know, actually, if it helps. The look helps. The theme's fine for me. I don't necessarily like the setting. And I like the game. I do enjoy it. I like what you are doing in it. I like some of those very clever mechanisms. Certainly the production and the look here are going to help, but I do find it a little rote, maybe. I do find it procedural. And the stuff you are, the process to manufacture and sell, it feels like I've done that a million times in other games, so that part didn't really inspire me. Drinking your own potions, really cool. I like that a lot. Making them, processing the thing, selling it, getting the guy, plus 1 point for whatever. That didn't inspire me as much. Still like it, though. 7 for me.
I like it a little more than that. I give it an 8. My biggest complaint, actually, is I think the theme is, making potions for people. Who cares? Except drinking the potions, and it almost has a feel of a tech track. I mean, it really is a tech track. You're making your potions better and better, and then the tough decision, I want to drink this potion so I have this special ability for the rest of the game, but I really could use that and sell it over here, or when you drink potions and they're higher level, you have multiple reasons to drink them. It's good, and it's a decent decision, but also doesn't take long. And I'm also a big fan of the assistants, or whatever they're called, spending them to get extra dice or to get extra actions. That's an excellent thing that they added into the game. And some of the special abilities that you get, you're like, ooh. You know, when you do give potions to people, I think it works together. And for a first-time production from a company, this is pretty stellar. Like, if I saw this, I would think it was from a bigger company.
Right, yeah.
So,
I agree.
8 out of 10 for me.
So I'm going to be the highest here. I'm going to add 8.5. I really enjoy this game. I went in pretty hesitantly about it because I was like, oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, no, hold on. It is a little bit generic. I probably like Magic the most out of us, like lower fantasy, not high fantasy. So the brewing the potions wasn't necessarily a turnoff for me. But even outside of it feeling a little bit procedural, what you're doing through that process, how you're kind of building up your own asymmetry. You're building up your own end game scoring, but trying to balance that end game scoring with also building up powers in the game. And when do you make that switch and stop taking the abilities and go into your end game scoring and when do you drink it and when do you not? You know, you put it into hiring assistants. I love the balance of all those things together. So this is one that playing immediately, I'm thinking about what did I do wrong? What can I do better? How can I better work this in my favor? Oh, if I'd only gotten that bid. It's a game that after I play, I'm still talking about and I'm still thinking about and I'm ready to strategize for the next time. So I really, really enjoyed it. It's 8.5 for me.
All right. There you go. Little downtime, lots of fun. Potions of Azerland. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Zee Garcia.
And I'm Camilla.
And we're going to drink a potion of intelligence now.
I need it.
Hey Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.